like I'm guessing most people here, I've been to a couple of these kind of master classes. Really liked Louise's approach. Although I'd done a lot of kind of coaching and sort of work on money otherwise, this was the thing that kind of connected the dots and led to that further success. Got a lot from the community too, so you will meet a lot of like-minded people in there. And already where I've got to, I'm now consistently having £10,000 months, which is fantastic. And I'm sure Louise is open to having a call with you if you are interested in what else she offers. Just kind of really lean into it and trust your instinct.
A friend recommended that I get in touch with Louisa, so I did this actual course, 6 months ago, and I've been in her group course. And the good news is all of the things we just tested, I tested correctly. So the work has really helped. And what I would say about Louisa's work and Louisa herself is that she has encyclopedic knowledge. It's amazing. The ego and the blocks and the wounds can be very tricky, and they can be very sly, and they hide in corners. But doing the course has helped me shine a light on oh, there that is. Okay, let's deal with that. This has been such a wonderful experience for me, and I just really treasure being in the community, being with Louisa, and being a beneficiary of her good work and her beautiful soul.
I started working on the alignment practice, how much I could feel the energy, and it was something that I'd never felt before. And I was like, always kind of, read The Secret, been into the energy, the universe, but this was like, okay, this is another level now. And it was from there I continued with the manifesting. And I was living in the energy of, how can I grow my business? What is it you need to learn to do this for your clients. You need to help your clients align their energy. So I think it's just, being fully supported, the amount of information, is actually on my to-do list to just literally rewatch everything again, because there is so much to take in. Like any kind of study and any work, any self-development, it's like watching a film, isn't it? You don't see everything the first time. Each time something new is discovered. The various courses that or codes, if you like, that we have within the Helix method, so the wealth codes, the self-love codes, and so on, it means I've got an array of kind of tools to pull from. Just do it. Yeah, just like I'm a big believer in we're here, things land at the right time. So if you're here and you're considering it, then there's a reason for that.
And I can honestly tell you, it's been amazing. My clients were coming that I haven't seen in a long time. I have been getting booked with my online clients as well. And I've gone from $2,100, which is about average over this last year, to over $5,000 in 1 month. 1 month. So I'm pretty damn excited. And then there's been a lot of ego that's come up. And with that, Louisa has helped us soothe the ego, release what is the story or the belief behind it all. So it seems to be an easier process, for which I am very grateful. And if you're thinking about joining the Wealth Portal and you're on the fence and you're not sure, it's the best investment so far that I've done in a long, long time. So I would highly, highly recommend it.
Louisa's client results are the things that really, they speak for themselves. I've learned to give myself permission to pivot, and that business can be fun. I play with my business now, and I need to play. I have a sense of freedom now from working with Louisa, that I can let go of the attachment to numbers. They no longer define how successful I feel. That feeling comes from within. So if you are sitting on the fence, considering investing in yourself by joining Louisa's World, I can only say, just do it.
I decided to embark on the Infinite Prosperity Collective after that. It was a time when I started with both programs, and that I realized that if I wanted to take my business to the next level, the access to an amazing bank of resources. You know, Louisa is extremely generous and has got a lot of resources that she built in our container in the IPC.
One, it has expanded my business. I definitely I met last year's goals back in August, and it's continuing to go from there. I really understood and discovered what resistance felt like in my body. I definitely understand the other side of that, and I now know what alignment feels like, and I understand how much easier it is to bring in the things that you want. What it has also helped me to do is to develop my own fine-tuning skills. And as I move through this program and I feel into the energies that I am actually releasing through each module, what it has allowed for me to do is to feel that in others. And so as an intuitive, I'm now able to transcribe that energy with my clients, which has allowed for them to have even more profound results, which is amazing. I've discovered a community that is so supportive and so loving. The women in this group are amazing, and Lou is amazing.
Say this to you. Nothing has shifted my personal life or the life of my clients faster than working with the amazing set of skills and tools that come with the Helix method. So if you're looking for something to explore that's going to enhance your practice as well as your personal life and give you a heads up like nothing you've ever seen, my strong recommendation is that you check out the Helix method.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Recalibrating Your Sales Frequency. So exciting to see you all. Hello, hello. Hi, Jennifer, Mondi, Graham, Sophie, Kathy, Adele, Wendy, Cleo, Chantal, Martina, Elena. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to everyone who is joining us on Facebook and on the replay and all the things. This is so exciting. Alrighty, I would love to know, what has been your experience so far? Let me know in the comments. Welcome, Glenys. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Alex. Athanasia's in the house. Let us know in the comments, what has been your experience so far? Yesterday, we dived into the 6 energetic blocks that slow down your next level. Today, we're diving in deeper. This is about amplifying your ability to attract your high-level clients, your customers through your frequency alignment. And we're going to fine-tune your field for effortless resonance and conversions. Awesome. It's been eye-opening. That's what I like to hear. Fantastic. Very interesting. Uncovered very unconscious things. Awesome. We're going to carry on. That's what we're up to over here. Feeling lighter after every session. Fantastic. So it's time to improve how you're allowing sales in and to heal the entrepreneurial hamster wheel. Anywhere that cycle of working harder, anywhere there's inconsistent income and that exhaustion that can come in. So this is so important. So inviting you to, let's take a moment just to set our intention so we can become fully present. So inviting you to gift yourself a couple of letting go breaths, calling all of your energy back to the here and now. And to consider, what is your intention for being here? whether you're live with us or on the replay. What emotions are you feeling in your body right now? And just observe, are there any areas of contraction, expansion? Notice what you notice. And how do you want to feel at the end of our time together? So let's be intentional. So pop your intention in the chat. It's my intention that you experience miraculous results, rapid shifts in your business. And today, at the end of our session, I'm going to be doing a live giveaway for those that are staying until the end with me and are live with me. We're going to be giving away today the Wealth Blueprint activation. This is a trinity of 3 Akashic activations that you can tune into on demand that will align your soul blueprint with your wealth blueprint. And as we've been talking this week, you know that your wealth consciousness directly impacts every aspect of your business: cash flow, holding and creating more money, and most importantly, sales. More sales equals more money, but the way we allow sales in, this really matters. So I have a question for you. Do you believe sales should or could be effortless? Got lots of nods. Yes, yes. Or do you only allow sales when you've worked really, 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 really hard for them? What are you noticing in terms of the amount of sales that you're allowing in? Yes, prefer when they come easy. Absolutely. So the subconscious beliefs are shaping our business revenue, your sales, your financial ease. And so this is why, as business owners, mastering wealth energetics, this is absolutely key. And, you know, for the coaches here, it's essential to heal our own blocks so that we can guide our clients to break through. So yesterday I gave you our guide with the 6 blocks outlined, and Chantal, if you could share that link again, that would be awesome in the chat. Thank you. And we've got the same guide for the rest of our time together. And in it, I give you the overview of the Helix methodology. So when I'm saying we're helixing, this is what we're up to for how we uncover the hidden blocks and we get ourselves into that coherent energy state. And today we're going to be focusing on all things sales. So I'd love to know, let's have the conversation in the chat. So do you have consistent sales? Are you in a sales soar? By that, I mean, they're coming in. Have you noticed peaks and troughs? So like a bit of a roller coaster, or it may be a seasonal pattern. What are you noticing? Any energy reversals around sales? All these patterns are giving us clues around which energetic blocks are active. So I'll guide you through how each of these 6 blocks impact sales, flow, and then how to release them. And this is a huge topic, you know, and the energetics we dive into the Wealth Portal has a direct impact on your sales and revenue. Hallie shared her experience yesterday, and I would love for you to have these kinds of results. This is exactly what we're focusing on inside the Wealth Portal, healing these energetic blocks, upgrading your identity in relation to money that has the direct impact on sales and the impact that you can then make with your business and embodying that next level of business. And yesterday we opened the doors to the Wealth Portal team. If you're able to drop the invitation in the chat as well, that would be fantastic so that everyone has access to it. And as you step into the Wealth Portal, do send me a DM. Let me know how it feels when you step in. I want to celebrate with you. And our community is so loving. We have many members actually live with us today, which is fantastic. You will make friends for life as you expand your wealth consciousness together and sharing in this intimate portal to your next evolution. I guarantee that you're going to absolutely love it. And this energetic edge, because it's very special, as I'm going to see my father's discovery in sea, on the sea, in the sea, whichever way you want to describe it, on Friday, as I shared with you guys earlier this week. I wanted to do something really special. So for everyone who steps into the Wealth Portal and pays in full, either live on the call or over the next maybe it's 36 hours till I step on the sea. So I'm going to be going to sea at 9 o'clock Eastern on Friday. So when you step into the Wealth Portal and pay in full, then you're going to receive a bonus of a private one-to-one with me as well when you claim that before I go off to Havers Shoal. So I wanted to do something really special because this is a very special experience for me as well. So looking forward to celebrating with you when you step in, and let me know, send me a DM, let me know, and we can celebrate with you. Alrighty, let's dive in. Okay, so this is great. We've got some insights coming in the chat in terms of what's been going on in relation to the sales. So we're going to dive into these blocks that I talked about yesterday. So the first one you'll remember is the resonance rift. So this is occurring where there's that misalignment between the higher self, the conscious mind, the subconscious. And at the 6- and 7-figure level, many business owners, they're so focused on the mechanics of scaling, working harder, that their desires for growth, abundance, and freedom, they may not be aligning with their deeper subconscious patterns. So that's creating that dissonance between our outward intentions and our internal reality, and causing blocks in manifesting the success. And then that slows down sales. So it can show up as where we may fear losing control. So a belief that we have to have that personal oversight. That's the only way we're going to have success. What about this one? Who here recognizes that imposter syndrome has come up along the way at some point? Yeah, I'm raising my hand too. Doubting whether they truly deserve their success. The other one that I see is where people can hold the belief that scaling requires sacrifice, a subconscious fear that growth means compromising integrity or values. And we talked yesterday around, well, our soul's got this desire to make a bigger impact. And then we've got all this programming going on that's creating this conflict. Then we have the somatic default set points. And let me know as we're going through these, which ones are jumping out at you, so we can see where you're at, where the patterns are emerging in our community. So the somatic default set points, these are the physiological, psychological, and energetic baselines that reinforce your self-worth, your identity. So think of them, they can act like energetic addictions, keeping people stuck in familiar patterns, even when they want to change. And in sales, this can manifest as feeling undeserving. At the 7-figure, multi-7-figure, we will expand our capacity of worthiness and deservingness to that level. And then when we go to that next level, it's like, I don't deserve to be here. I'm not worthy enough to be here. And that internal struggles, that's why we need to expand your worthiness and deservingness capacity, that set point, so you're not creating that internal resistance. What about this one? The more work equals more revenue trap. So where we think hard work itself becomes a set point. And so where is anyone here feeling resistance around making streamlined systems, where that feels unnatural? They are in that kind of firefighting mode rather than actually, I'm going to take the time to sort the things out. So anywhere you may have delayed implementing systems and structures, it's often because that set point hasn't adjusted to a new way of operating. Does that resonate? I can see some nods here. As you think about that, how is that showing up in your business? Yeah. How is this showing up in your business? When you think about the amount of sales that you're allowing in, you're delaying it. And what is the cost of that delay? And it ties in with our identity. You know, we know our identity shapes our beliefs, our behaviors, our decisions. It dictates what we believe is possible, how we define success, and what we allow ourselves to receive. And if our identity is built around being the doer, then delegating can feel actually really threatening. So we can have that a core fear of letting go. Can we create the identity of the leader who feels really comfortable in having team members take on core pieces of the work to enable them to contribute to the company's mission and the impact that we're here to make? Or does it feel like we need to micromanage them or control, etc.? Anywhere that delegating can feel threatening, and where we're holding previous triggers that are creating that experience. One that comes up, I hear a lot from people, is recognizing that they're feeling that the imposter syndrome is coming in as part of their identity because they feel like they don't belong at that next level, even when their business is thriving. But the thing is, we bring our own belonging, so we have to have that identity that we belong there. It's so key. One of our clients who had her first 100K months in the wealth portal, and it was so exciting. And the key aspect was that she let go. She let go of how she thought it would come in, and it didn't come in the way that she thought it would. And she was extremely coachable. She leaned in, she showed up for the calls, watched the replays if she wasn't being, able to be there live. We were in constant communication because resistance came in. I always say to my clients, it's not a matter of if resistance is coming in. It's a spoiler alert here. Resistance is going to come in, and I am here for it. I'm here to take you from your energetic edge and take you over it so you can expand your capacity. So we're here for the resistance, and the resistance was creeping in. So we were able to melt that more quickly because she was following my prosperity flow that we have in the wealth portal. And her frequency was absolutely transformed. It was such a joy when she was celebrating. So how can you let go of the expectation of how it needs to come in? Does that make sense? Does that resonate for you? And then the fourth one, in relation to, we were talking yesterday about the nervous system pinnacle. So this is around representing our capacity to hold the expansion. So when we reach this pinnacle, then the flight, fright, freeze response kicks in, and that slows down growth. And it can appear as, so see if this resonates, anywhere we're avoiding something. Who here might be avoiding something? You've got something on your list, you keep pushing it down to the bottom of the pile. Are you avoiding it? Where are you in that freeze mode? That was a yes, lots of yeses. I feel like I've called you all out here. The avoidance is big, yeah. So think of that as, are you in a freeze mode? Anywhere that scaling is feeling like it's stress, where we've had perhaps past experiences that have associated growth with overwhelm, and then the body's resisting that expansion. Fear of exposure, the subconscious fear of being found out. Who has that core fear? Somehow we're going to be found out. Yeah, we're going to, whatever we're going to be found out about, but something we're going to be found out. That fuels that imposter syndrome and that self-sabotage. And the thing is, we can get so used to holding levels of emotion in our body that feeling that new level of peace, that's what's feeling uncomfortable. Our bodies can become so familiar with low levels of shame just rumbling away in the background. Shame is one emotion that really affects our nervous system and creates internal conflicts as we're moving forward. So thinking of, shame creates more shame, stress creates more stress, anxiety creates more anxiety. All of that impacts our energetic frequency and our capacity then to problem solve and create solutions. And so often when I'm working with leaders, they say to me, oh, I've dealt with that. I've healed that. I don't have any shame around that. It doesn't affect me anymore. Thing is, the subconscious is brilliant. I can see Carol going, no. The subconscious is brilliant at creating thoughts that we then believe to divert us from what needs healing. So I invite you, if we're doing the muscle testing, if you don't find anything, just to be an inquiry of, isn't that interesting? Am I protecting myself from finding the blind spots? I've got nothing to clear, nothing to heal. And I would say that if you're here and you're not at that next level yet, then there are some things that are there and we just need to find them. And we're going to use this framework that I'm sharing with you around these 6 energetic blocks so that you can move through these blocks and embody that next level. And from that place, create that reality. So we need to heal that shame, whether it's to do with current, the current level of business. So often people think, oh, I should be further ahead, feeling a little level of shame that they're not at that next level. Whether it's previous bankruptcy, parents' bankruptcy, not hitting sales targets, experiencing fraud, scams. I mean, there's so many things. Team members leaving, previous experiences in jobs. I mean, all of this is impacting on how we show up for our business, how we commit to making the difference that we're here to make. And that is through sales. Because that then means someone's got to buy something to benefit from your service or your product. So we are being in service when we are inviting people to buy what is in alignment for them to buy. Products, services, all the things. So to break through, you must calibrate the nervous system to feel safe with expansion. And we dive into this deeply in the Wealth Portal, where we're releasing those old triggers, creating that sense of internal safety. It's my greatest joy when people say, I feel so much more peaceful. Their baseline calibration starts to raise. Which leads me to energetic buffering, which is our 5th block. So this is happening when our personal energy field is cluttered with the stress, the attachment, the shame, the unresolved emotions, all creating interference in our manifestation. And of course, we're not going around going, oh, my energy is buffering. But what we're seeing in our reality is things like when we've got energy reversals that are creating our behavior where perhaps we're being really controlling around every aspect. We're protecting a core identity that includes the belief I have to do it all myself. And that can create more energy reversals. We can create, I remember one of my clients saying to me, oh, I just thought energy reversals came from childhood, but actually I can create energy reversals in any moment. I was like, absolutely. When my son Moses was in Costa Rica back in 2020, when the pandemic happened and all the countries went crazy and everyone was locking down and all the things, we had to get him back from Costa Rica to the UK. That was a massive event. I created some beautiful energy reversals then that I needed to clear because I found that very traumatic. I didn't have a coping mechanism for pandemics. Hadn't done that one before. And that, to add to it, he was very sick as well while he was at that other end of the thing. So I just use that as an example so you can see that we'll create some future energy reversals. And this is why it's so key to know how to uncreate them. So we're not going to then have that in our energy field, bringing more of that to us. And then we're enabling ourselves to be able to step beyond that and evolve beyond that. Does that resonate? But then we have within this, with the energy buffering, if you think of this as incoherent signals, we've got, things that create that self-doubt, that fear, slowing down results, wanting growth whilst fearing the actual result. That creates that tension, that disrupts that flow as well. And as I reflect on this, one of our lovely clients, Steph, she reflected on this in one of her shares. When she was in the Wealth Portal, she had some instant results in the free masterclass. So she was in an experience like this, and then she stepped in straight away into the Wealth Portal. And it was when she identified this one belief that she didn't consciously know that was there, that was creating this incoherent signal. As she was saying, I want to grow my business. I want to bring in money and income for my family. She actually discovered she didn't want to be responsible for the family income. And it was that piece that was creating the incoherence. And the moment she unlocked that and got herself into alignment with being responsible for the family and really embodying it, there was no stopping her. She was so in flow. And she had a new business and she started to stack out payments in advance because she had so many sales coming in. Everything unlocked for her. So that's where that impact of that incoherent signal has a huge impact on our experience of reality and our results. And then the sixth block is the strategic dissonance. So that's happening when we are misaligned with our strategy. So do you feel really aligned with your strategy for sales? Or are you feeling like, I feel really icky when I'm implementing my sales strategy? Or are you implementing a strategy that is for the wrong level of business? Are you clinging on, if you've scaled past multi-six figures, are you clinging on to a strategy that was for a six-figure business? And actually you need to bring in some different strategies to continue growing and to make a bigger impact. So to step into your next level, we need to align our identity, our nervous system, expand the energetic capacity so that we can allow in more sales. So let me know in the comments what was resonating for you for the most. And as you're thinking about this in relation to sales, is visibility a thing for you? What about your pricing? And your ability to scale your products or your services? Okay, got pricing, visibility. Yeah, visibility. Yeah. So we're just touching on a handful of layers here today that make up our identity around sales. And we do dive in deeper into the Wealth Portal around this, around the blocks and the self-concepts as it all relates to your wealth consciousness. And earlier today, we had the Wealth Portal call and we were focusing on unlocking your money default set point. And because this is so powerful when you elevate that around how much money you're going to actually allow in, and I take my clients through how to pinpoint where it's been and how to shift it, and they received a powerful Akashic record activation live with me. And it's such a joy to see as people are responding energetically, seeing what's coming forward in their consciousness. So when you melt these energetic blocks, you will allow your sales to grow. And they'll be fully aligned with your vision. What we're doing is we are getting your alignment between your higher self, your soul's intention, clearing that programming so there's less of that dissonance between your higher self and your subconscious. Oh, thank you, Carol. Okay, so it's awesome seeing all these reflections. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is this blocking your next level of success and wealth in business and the impact that you're here to make with your mission, with your business? Let us know. Let's just take a pulse check in the comments. Okay, we've got some 8, some 6. Okay. So we've got some energy to shift, I would say. And we're going to start doing that together today. But before we do have a very special guest, Adele, who we would love to shine the spotlight on. And I'm excited because our fabulous Chantel is going to have a conversation with Adele about her experiences with us. So we're going to see if we can bring them both up to the stage. You're all going to meet Chantel and Adele. So let me, I can see Chantel. I saw Adele. Hang on, where's Adele? There you are. Thank you for doing that. So let me bring you guys forward. I'm going to pin Chantel and then we're going to find, I've gone and lost Adele. There we go. Pin Adele. Welcome.
Thank you. It's so great to be here and see all of your lovely participants. I'm so glad they're here.
Thank you, Adele. I'm going to hand you over to Chantel. A huge welcome, Chantel.
Hello, how is everybody?
Hi, Chantel.
Hi, Adele.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. It's lovely to be here with you, everybody. Hello, Jacqueline. And thanks for all the love. And it's great to see what shifts are coming up for everybody this week. And I'm excited, Adele, to understand a little bit more about you and how it's been working with Louisa, because I see your name pop up all the time in our Telegram, sharing some lovely, lovely wins. So I'm really excited to uncover a little bit more about that and share it with everybody here. So tell me, what have you been doing? What were you doing before working with Louisa? What programs are you in now with Louisa?
Oh, I've had a lot of coaching, and I've actually had sales coaching and speaker coaching, which helped me with sales. But as I restart my business after a 20-month hiatus, I realized that I was having concerns about pricing and concerns about visibility. And what I'm in the wealth portal with Louisa. I've also have taken the Akashic Records training, and I'm training to be a teacher of the Akashic Records. And I'm also in the body now. So, all the things. And yeah, what working with Louisa has really helped me do is to begin and to expand my identity as a professional who can really help people, because my experience shows me that, and that I don't need to be shy about sharing what I can do to help other people gain what they want to do with their abundance, with their business, and with their life.
Awesome. Yeah, it's such powerful work, and it's amazing that you're in so many of the different programs now.
I know. It's all Louisa all the time.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay, amazing. And what was I know you said you had a kind of a 20-month hiatus before kind of coming in, and you were feeling a little bit sticky around points. What was your kind of main reason for saying yes to yourself to work together with Louisa?
Well, the critical point was I had inherited some money from my mother after she had died, and I almost fell for 2 different scams, and they were so ridiculous. And I didn't lose anything, but what I realized was, my goodness, I don't have a strong enough abundance identity. I need to work on that. And so coming to this event a little over a year ago, I realized that I really wanted to work with Louisa, and that I knew she could help me, and she certainly has with that. And that's a big part of what we do in the wealth portal, is like, where is your identity now? Where do you want it to be? How can we grow into that so that that's who you are in the world, and that's what you're attracting?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a question yesterday of like, what happens with that excitement with all this money coming in? And like you said, when you can ground yourself in that identity of who you are, you're able to then keep it, as well as bringing it into you, but keep it in that level of expansion that you're looking for. So that's really important to know, and thank you so much for sharing that. And I remember Louisa was mentioning before about potentially with that scamming, and we see and hear that all the time with people that have inherited money, are just about keeping it within and investing in the right places. So I'm glad that you were able to avoid that and were able to invest in yourself and work on yourself and your identity. So that is super powerful to hear.
And I think it's true in our business as well, because as you scale up, it's easy to overspend or not hire the right people, not trust yourself. Yeah, and that's what I'm noticing too, is like, that's another part of the identity to build. I am for me, I'm an efficient, successful, abundant business owner.
Yeah, really shifting that, and really important, like you said, of you can overspend, but also you can underspend as well. I think we have that kind of tendency to be in that fear and that lack and that scarcity. But it's like, does our higher self, does our identity actually, resonate with that? Or is that something that's kind of keeping us small, like Louisa was talking about? So
I'd like to share something about that. When I was in the Energetic Edge last year, and I had my one-to-one with Louisa, I was getting internally, I was getting a strong yes, I need to do this. But when I did the body testing, it was like, no, And so Louise asked me a very simple question. Could this possibly be resistance? It was like, oh yeah, it really could be. So I decided to jump in, and I'm ever so grateful that I have.
Yeah. And so important to go within and ask and reflect and do that muscle testing for decision making. So good. I'm glad that you went through that fear, just like Louisa said, you went through the fear and you trusted in yourself, most importantly, as well as Louisa. So beautiful to see. Amazing. So what would you say has been the most helpful part about being in the community?
Oh, well, they're just wonderful people, and with so many different experiences. And whenever anyone shares what they're noticing or the insights they have, it illuminates something for me, and that's really valuable. And I have some very dear friends in the Wealth Portal, and making new dear friends, and just being in Louisa's orbit is so empowering. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful to be here. I've told Louisa this, and I'll say it again. She is the best coach that I've ever had, because she matches me. She works with the energy. She's very loving and accepting. And I'm not one of those people who can just do all strategy. I have to be aligned emotionally and energetically and spiritually with what's going on. And she does that beautifully.
Oh, yeah. And it's so important, isn't it, to be in complete alignment with who you're working with and trusting them. So it's really beautiful to hear those lovely things about Louisa and what she's created within the community. And I love seeing everybody's wins as well. I think that's really important. I love it in the Telegram group where you're all kind of bouncing off each other and different ideas and different energies. And I think that's a huge thing about being in group programs compared to just one-to-one sometimes. It's like, I didn't think about it that way, and seeing some reframing. So I love you guys like cheering each other on in there as well. So that's really lovely to hear. Amazing. And what would you say has like been your biggest win so far? And what has that meant for you?
Oh my goodness. I feel so much stronger in myself and being true to myself and expressing who I truly am, rather than thinking, oh, I have to do it the way this coach told me to do it or that coach told me to do it, which didn't ever really work for me. So I think um, that's the biggest advantage to being in this work, is really learning to trust myself and be my true self, and share that with others. It's been a joy. Yeah.
I love that. And the strength that you talk about is so important as well, because what I remember Sue also saying, that she had so many wins that have come through that aren't necessarily monetary wins, although they're coming and we have many. It's so beautiful to see, like, I have shifted this, I am in line with that, I feel stronger, I feel more confident, I can trust in myself. So to hear you saying that you feel so much stronger in yourself is like, such is the win for me. That's beautiful, because you know that everything is just going to flow and come to you afterwards.
Yes, I do know that. And I continue to do the work so that I can affirm that to myself and know it. And it's not a want to, it's a I can do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's already there. It's done. It's a given for sure. Absolutely. Okay. And finally, what advice would you give to somebody that's considering joining Louisa in a program that would suit them? What advice would you give to them?
What I would say is the investment, if you, is totally worth it. Totally worth it. I think you'll get back so much more than you invest. And of course, you're investing in yourself, and you're the most important person to invest in. That's what I would say. So trust yourself. And if it's feasible for you financially now, I would say, come on in.
Join us, join us. Thank you so much, Adele. It was so beautiful to hear all of your lovely wins and lovely compliments and everything you're doing as a bigger impact. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Chantel. This was delightful. I really appreciate being interviewed by you.
Oh, thank you, Adele. Thank you, Chantal. That was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. going to try and find myself. Where am I? Here we go. Ah, thank you. Thank you. All righty. Let's come back here. Wow, that was powerful to hear. Thank you so much for Adele for coming and sharing your story. And thank you, Chantel, for interviewing, having the conversation with Adele. If you would love to have a story like Adele's, then please do connect, reach out to myself or Chantel, learn more about working with us. And as a reminder, doors are open for the Wealth Portal, and the team will drop the link here for you. I would love for you to have the same kind of results. And of course, if you're curious about some of the other programs, I know that Adele mentioned some of them, that we do have other ways that you can work, we can work together. So just reach out and let us know, and we will take it from there. Alrighty, it is time. Let's uncover what's been going on in your energy field in relation to sales. Let's find out what's been happening beneath the surface. Let me know in the comments. Are you up for this? Are you ready for this? Who's ready to create more sales? Make a bigger impact? Let's see, let's see. We've got some yes, ready, ready, ready. Yes, yes, yes. Loving this. This is awesome. We're getting in, we're getting the mojo, the sales mojo. Alrighty, so you know the flow now. We're going to be doing our higher self invocation. We're then going to be using the sway technique to find out what is going on that is hidden, and then we're going to do the conscious decoding and then the creating that alignment so that we're really amplifying the coherence in your energy field. And then we're going to live in the energy of the question once we've raised your frequency, so that you're closer from a frequency perspective to the wisdom coming down from your higher self, so that you can actually hear what they are trying to guide you with. And you'll start to notice the more you do this, the synchronicities amplifying. So I'm so excited that you are here, you're getting to taste this experience, and that you are going to have this right now. So let me get the screen up. Can everyone see my screen? All right, ready, set, go. I love it. Yes, let's do this. All righty. And of course, you're welcome to take screenshots of the phrases as I share them as well, if that is helpful. Alrighty, so let's do our higher self invocation. So I'm inviting you to close your eyes and to create an intention of connection through your breath, and to increase your life force energy through your breath by breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and breathing out for 8, and to do this 3 times. Notice how your energy field is responding. And bringing your awareness to your soul star chakra about 18 inches above your head. This is your gateway to your Akashic record. And speaking to all levels of my consciousness, I intend that in the name of divine truth, love, and light, let all information come from my higher self and be in alignment with my divine truth, my highest good, and the highest good of all. I am creating a clear channel of communication and manifestation between my subconscious, conscious, and higher self, so that they are 100% connected and in perfect alignment, and all working towards my highest path and purpose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And from this space, inviting you to stand with your feet hip width apart. Relax your knees, close your eyes, get ready to start saying these phrases out loud, remembering a forward sway is typically a yes, a backward sway is typically a no. If you're going round and round in circles, it's typically an energy reversal. Or if you're staying like a plank, it's typically an energy reversal. And inviting you to pay attention to the somatic responses you have as you say these phrases out loud. Alrighty, so the first phrase is, I must oversee everything or things will fall apart. I belong at this level of success. To grow, I just need to work harder. Just make a note to get a yes or a no. Scaling or growing, if that terminology works better for you, means we'll lose what makes us unique. I have an energy reversal to do with making more sales. Alrighty, and as you gather your energetic responses to those, let us know in the comments what you're getting a yes and no to. Remembering if you go round and round in circles, that's likely to be an energy reversal in relation to the thing that you just said out loud. And also paying attention to what ideas and other thoughts come in as you were testing these. See what we've got. Okay, so we've got some reversals, we've got some yeses, we've got some nos, we've got some reversals for more sales. Okay, this is good. Awesome. So helpful to see. So we're going to do our releasing part now, or conscious decoding as I call it, where we are breathing in grace and love and intending for the energy to release as you're breathing out. So inviting you to take a nice few deep breaths in for 4 and out for 4 as you let this go. We're going to say the script out loud once and then twice internally. As everybody muscle tested all of them, I can see a hand raised. I'm just going to go back to the previous screen. So if you want to screenshot it, you can. But I'm going to put these phrases up that you're going to be releasing in a second. Alrighty. Okay. So if there's any questions, pop them in the chat. That would be super helpful. So we're going to be releasing now. And I'll guide you through this first one. So I've got the phrases laid out for you here and how I would recommend saying them. And remembering where we're releasing a belief, you're holding CB17, using your left hand, holding that soft spot between the chest line. And if we're releasing an energy reversal, we're doing a karate chop as we're saying the statements. So we're saying the statement 3 times, once out loud, twice internally. And that's so you can focus within. Alrighty, so I am going to lead you with the first one now. And if you're working on another one, then just swap out and change the language so it's resonant for you. If you get an energy reversal on the questions to do with the energy reversal, you have got a yes, it's an energy reversal. I'm just answering the question I can see there. Alrighty, so inviting you now just to choose the one that you're releasing. Start to breathe in for 4, breathing out for 4. I'm ready to release. I must oversee everything or things will fall apart. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and out. Notice your somatic response. And saying this silently within. I'm ready to release. I must oversee everything or things will fall apart. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in for 4 and out for 4. Notice what you notice. And then one more time. I'm ready to release. I must oversee everything or things will fall apart. I release and delete this from all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and from this space, if you have another one to do, just to do another one now and then make a note of any more that you need to do and you can circle back later. We're just going to create some space to clear one more now together. Beautiful, beautiful. And then if there's more to do, just make a note of where you have got to, and you can come back to it after our time together and continue. I'm going to switch gears a little bit and start to create that aligned coherence. Inviting you now to bring your heart into a coherent energy state by breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4, and focusing on your heart, filling your heart up with more and more love. And then we're going to be doing the inner rewiring for this. And I'm just going to get my little trusty timekeeper. So we're going to do 30 seconds for each. I want you to think these thoughts. I'm safe to have more sales. I'm safe to have more sales. And just repeat that over and over. And I'll give you a heads up when we're going to move through and do the other ones. And then we'll move into a little mini visualization. Alrighty. So filling up your heart with love. I love, I love, I love, I love. And then internally repeating, I'm safe to have more sales. I'm safe to have more sales. Beautiful. Moving on to the next one. I trust the universe. I trust my team. I trust me. Beautiful. Moving on to the next one. I grow my business to whatever the desired amount is, aligned with my values. Beautiful. Moving on to the next one. I am the go-to expert for my ideal client, customer, if that terminology works better for you. Beautiful. Moving on to the last one. I am in a sales soar. I am in a sales soar. Beautiful. And now we're going to shift gears a little bit, inviting you to bring into your mind's eye a visualization of your clients stepping forward and saying yes to themselves. What does that look like for you? Maybe you're having sales conversations with them, sending out proposals, chatting to them in DMs. And if you don't visualize so much, then just say yes, 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 yes. Let's activate that frequency of yes. Beautiful, beautiful. And from this space, I'm inviting you now to live in the energy of the question. Why do large sums of money come to me so easily and effortlessly? Why do large sums of money come to me so easily and effortlessly? Allowing yourself to have some space for the answer to come to you. Remembering we're not consciously trying to problem solve this. We're putting the question to our higher self, to our universe, and we're going to pay attention to the ideas that come to us. We're going to take action on those. And you take one new idea, implement it today. If someone's name's just popped into your head, even if you've got no idea why, just be curious and reach out to them and see how they're doing. And every day we've been talking about reaching out to 5 people. Can you reach out to 5 people today? Just ask them how you can help them, perhaps follow up with them if they've inquired about your services before. Make them an invitation to work with you. And this is so key. Expect the sale, but not where it comes from. Inviting you to make sure you drink plenty of water as we're moving energy around and integrating. And I would love to know how you are feeling and what your takeaway is from today so that we can anchor this in, we can embody it, pop it in the comments. This is how we're going to do our draw as well. So I just need to bring up the chat. Oh, there's the chat. It's like, where have you all gone? So I can see your comments. So just to recap, we've uncovered the energetic blocks as it relates to sales and started to elevate your frequency so you can be in alignment with more sales. On a scale of 1 to 10, how more aligned are you feeling to your intention right now? This is awesome. I love it. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty. So let's see who's going to win. So keep the takeaways coming. Yeah. It's beautiful. Love it. Feeling more aligned. Takeaways even deeper. Expect the sale, not where it comes from. Yes. Happy to remove. To grow, I just need to work hard. Yes. Possibility. Realizing you want to align scaling. Oh, these are huge. Feeling more aligned, scale with values. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alrighty. Okay. I can see. This is so awesome. Okay. The winner is of the Wealth Blueprint activation is Joyce Frustacchi. Apologies, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Italian? I'm thinking. I've probably got that wrong. Please accept my apologies. But Joyce, you are the winner. You'll have to let me know. You'll have to send me a voice memo so I can pronounce your surname correctly. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's exciting. Alrighty. This is so fabulous. So fabulous. So thank you so much for being here. It's been an absolute joy to get you starting to change your frequency as it relates to sales. And when you look back, just to take you to think a moment, have you been building your wealth and building your business from an old paradigm or a new one? So what I mean here is the old paradigm is the hustle, the burnout, the income plateaus, anywhere it feels like it's forcing. Whereas a new paradigm is leading with your energy, with ease, with wealth, with flow, with subconscious upgrades. Your higher self is leading. Your frequency is the portal to more wealth. And of course, if you're in that old paradigm, even in subtle ways, it's not your fault. These patterns are so embedded in our subconscious, and then they're reinforced by external conditioning. And remember, our subconscious has 100% success rate in delivering what we've got programmed. Good news is we can rewrite that programming. We can change our frequency, and that's exactly what we're up to in the Wealth Portal. This is a high frequency space for ambitious, self-aware entrepreneurs who are ready to master wealth energetics and to expand their reality. So this isn't about making more money. It's about rewiring your ability to hold, grow, and multiply it. And when you heal the energetic patterns holding you back and you align with that, your peak flow state, your business accelerates effortlessly with so much more ease. So I can see the team have dropped the link for the Wealth Portal. This is a very special invitation to you guys because we do have exclusive savings for you. And when you shop with us live today and you pay in full, you'll receive a private one-to-one with me. You also save $1,400. So you get that and the private one-to-one, and then you get the bonus group Wealth Ascension Activation as well. So hold on to your hats for that one. And replayers, we've got you covered when you pay in full before I leave for Havers Shoal on Friday, which is at 9 a.m. Eastern. Then you get a bonus private one-to-one with me as well. So let me know when you're in so we can celebrate with you, and let us know what it feels like when you step into the Wealth Portal. And what we're going to be up to is we're going to be continuing the momentum that we've just got started this week inside the Wealth Portal, so that you have the breakthroughs, you have your return on your investment that lasts a lifetime, because you'll always know how to expand your revenue with more ease and get into that energetic alignment. I guarantee you'll love it. You'll have lifelong friends as well through the Wealth Portal, and skills that you can use over and over again. So a return of investment that lasts a lifetime. And if you've got any questions, do pop them in the chat. I can see Chantal's put the link to book a call, or of course, I know my diary's very rammed. So do reach out and let us know in DMs if you've got any questions, or you'd like to have an energetic alignment audit chat with me. We can facilitate that in the DMs. Alrighty. Oh, and Chantal has kindly dropped the link for the survey. So we would have one favor to ask you. If you could complete our survey, we'd be super grateful. This is how we shape our trainings moving forward. And when you complete that survey, your name is also going to go into the draw to win a one-to-one with me as well. And any questions that are coming up about how you can apply this to everything you're learning this week, apply it to you, then book a call, or we can have a chat in DMs. Alrighty, I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be in Montserrat when so I'm flying there in the morning, which is very exciting. And then I'm able to get the call with you live in the afternoon, and then I'm off to sea on Friday to go to Havers Shoal. Yes, very, very exciting. Alrighty, I will see you all then, sending you so much love, and keep celebrating in the Facebook group. I would love to see and celebrate with you. Until tomorrow, lots and lots of love.